What's up everybody, it's Zamara and today I bring you a video that I am super excited to make because I've had this idea for quite some time but I just wasn't sure how I was going to tackle it. So I've decided that today I have enough confidence to address this, and this is going to be, let's say, living with curly hair, having curly hair, pros and cons of curly hair, how to have curly hair, how to wear curly hair, just curly hair, okay? So for starters, you want to make sure that if you wear glasses, remove them because a lot can go wrong when you're trying to care for your hair and you have these on. So let's put them far away, a meter, maybe two. All right, now that that's out of the way, you want to make sure that your hair is clean. So do not worry, you don't have to watch me doing that. I already took care of it. So here it is. What? See that? Just let those curls just float and all that. All right. Another thing you want to make sure is that you have the appropriate products, and I'll be going over that a little bit. Just hold on. Let me have a moment, all right? Even though I have this every 2 days or so. Okay, I'm done. So, I guess some tips that I would give to some of you who, have this going on. Anytime someone asks me, how do I care for my hair? I'm like, I don't know. I just get products that specifically care for curly hair. I think that's key because I used to be the type of shopper who would go for the products that just smelled nice. And then I wondered, why does my hair look more dead on some occasions and on other occasions it looks better? And it turns out that if you read the label and you educate yourself, you will get better results from, the stuff that you're using, consuming, and all that. So, wow, hold on. I had to get close because you guys know I'm terribly nearsighted. So all I see is like a huge blur and I have no idea what's happening right now. But at any rate, I'm gonna try this more often. Challenge myself to be, embrace myself being visually challenged. At any rate, so something I learned only about 1.5 years ago is that all this time I have been using the wrong brush. This is what I use. I guess you can call this a comb. But there's also the one that's like wider toothed one. I don't know. I decided to go with this one because I felt like since I have a lot of hair, what I do is I would part it and then, those little sections would get brushed a little better. Whereas if you have a wide one, it's like, yeah, you can detangle it faster, I guess, but at the same time, I feel like that one would be more effective to like brush your hair as you're showering, which you have to be really gentle because when your hair is wet, that's when it's really fragile. And if you have the blessing dash curse of having thick hair like me, you will shed a lot and you will think that you have a medical problem because it's everywhere. You can very easily make a new carpet with all the hair that you get rid of. But anyway, so make sure that you have this brush if you want to recreate my awesome style. And by the way, you guys, as of 20 minutes ago, there was a thunderstorm rolling and it's still cloudy. So I don't hear anything for now, but if you hear some kind of roaring sound, that's what it is. But I don't think I'm gonna have any more of that drama for now. So, because I do not give any free promo, I'm not going to show you what kind of product I'm using, but I will read to you what it does and I guess describe to you what it is. So I start off with this one thing. It's like, what is it called? Anyway, it says that it helps control your curls, whatever it is. like you can control this. It's like you can't even tell a pattern to curls. They just wave. But yeah, this says that it just promotes shiny, long-lasting spirals. Like naturally, you don't have that going on, right? And then basically soothing and styling. I guess to sum it all up, use some kind of styling product. So the way I start is I like to start from the ends because for starters, I'm overdue for a haircut. Like I have not done anything to it in that department for the last 2-3 months. So normally I do every month and a half. I trim the split ends so that it grows healthy or healthy looking, you know. So yeah, I have skipped out on that. So I start from the split ends, and since I have a lot of hair and it's also getting quite long, it's weird. You should be able to tell how much of what you need. Like just divide it into sections like I'm doing. I did my bottom half, and now I'm doing my top half. Ooh, I look like a ghost, don't I? I love doing that when I'm by myself in front of the mirror. And yeah, just make sure that you spread it as much as you can, or distribute it as much as you can throughout your hair, and then you should just have the sensation that the cream or whatever you want to call this is evenly distributed. It's not that hard. Like it's like when you apply deodorant, you know that you have rolled it up and down on one armpit like twice. Why wouldn't you do it twice on your other armpit, you know? Anyway, that's another video that I promise you guys are going to have a trip with. Yeah, so we're done with this, whatever you called it. And all right, here's the tricky part. I also add oil to it. Oil to it. That is something that is kind of counterintuitive because naturally I am one of those individuals whose scalp produces more oil than normal. But as of lately, for whatever reason, I have been experiencing immense and prolonged dryness. So I discovered that when I start applying oil away from my scalp, like let's say like from this area of the hair all the way to my ends, it seems more live. Maybe I have a bad habit when taking care of my hair where I don't brush it every day, because trust me, you want to do it to prevent it from tangling, but it just gets poofy and you don't want to keep reapplying creams and conditioners because A, you're using a lot of product, and B, it gets dirtier faster. And then the more you wash it, the more you damage it. So, so yeah, I just use a little oil that pretty much what it does more than anything is add glow to the hair. But at the same time, I just feel like it gives it that healthy feeling. And the most disgraceful part of it is that, as you guys know, I wear glasses. So when my hair gets directly in front of my face, it looks like I'm looking through a cloud. So sometimes when the weather's like this, I'm like, I don't know if it's foggy or if there is something in my eye or if, you know, my glasses are just plain dirty. So yeah, you don't want to do a lot of this. Like I only did a quarter-sized serving of this thing, and just try to, like everything, distribute it as evenly as you can, given that it's oil, and like I just shared, I produce that a lot. You don't want to overdo it. So yeah, it's looking great for now. And of course, another thing you want to make sure is that after you wash your hair, make sure that it's not dripping on you. Just leave it damp. because dripping hair is just not fun, not attractive, and just not fun. And then finally, I love coconut, and coconut also happens to be something that's just good for your hair. And this is some kind of cream. In fact, this is like shea butter. Yeah, shea butter. So this you can actually apply to your skin, but also your hair. So ever since I discovered this, it's been great. And the way I use this is extremely sparingly. So as you are watching right now, I'm only doing my ends. Absolutely, exclusively only the ends, because this mess will trap dirt from what I have observed, and then it's gonna make your hair get dirtier faster. And I'm an active person, like I work out like crazy on a daily basis, so of course I'm more susceptible to my hair getting dirty. And all right, that seems plentiful. And normally I do this without looking in a mirror, so the fact that I'm doing this is like a completely new experience. All right, you guys, so we are at the last step now, where we have our hair treated, if you will, and now you decide what kind of style you want to give it. I normally like to do parting my hair on the right side, given the arch that my eyebrow has. So like I try to line it up. Like I can't see at all what I'm doing, but I'm guiding myself by, you know, countless times that I do this. And then the trick is how you brush. So like what I like to do is start brushing from the ends, and yeah, just let your hair do its thing, take its shape and all that, and then sort of like roll it in a sense. You know how it gets that shape? That's what I do to the front hairs, because that way it stays that way and I don't have to be walking with like hair on my face, and I can just gently go like whoop and it just moves. And it also makes the rest of your hair just look smooth. And if you have the flexibility to do this, then of course just brush your hair and, you know, brush the ends as best as you can. La 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 la. And then your hair will simply do its thing. If you keep seeing me like leaning forward, it's because I'm all the, you know, hair that's like excessive and it just falls out. I'm just picking it up. So this is my average look, I guess. All of the folks who know me will know that this is the look that I frequent the most, just because when I was younger, I used to not like to wear my hair loose at all because it looked like a ball of fluff. And it was just, for me, it was frustrating because I never looked in pictures the way I thought I would. So that's my basic style. Another style I like to do is I do this thing where I sort of just part it on two ways, and I forgot to grab the clip. But anyway, I have no idea how this is gonna look, so yeah. So like, and I do that, and this is a look that I like to wear for more like formalish occasions, when I'm wearing either a dress or the BS that I'm wearing right now, which is a cool top that I just ignore for whatever reason. And yeah, this is just that type of, you know, great look. Alternatively, you can also switch around with the part that you have. Change the direction of your hair a bit. So I like go this way. I like to part also from this side better, because then this hair will cover my scar. And then unless I go like blip, you would never know that I have such a defect. But as of right now, I just embrace it as it's a part of me. So I don't have that complex with it anymore. And then my personal favorite style, but a style that I can only pull off on days that I don't plan to, is where I just kind of like gather my hair on one end, and I use bobby pins and then sort of just clip it and then just wear it like that. This is also an excellent look for dresses. This feels absolutely random. I have never tried to tutor someone on how to like care for their hair or anything like that, because I just felt like I don't care about how I look. Whatever I look like, I don't plan for the most part. So yeah, something like that. One day I'll show you guys better. But yeah, for those of you curious folks and those of you who just love curls, here is your video. Well, I must also confess, I'm really grateful for you guys who see curls and you compliment us on having them, because it can be quite a struggle. For me, I used to have low self-esteem because I'm telling you, it looks so poofy and so uncontrollable, and rainy days were the worst. And also the influence of the media. How often do you see folks who have my hair type on magazine covers? Not that often. So I grew up thinking that there was something wrong with my appearance. But now modern times and social media has helped me just embrace myself for how I am. And now I don't say that I am in love with my hair, but I am grateful for it and I like it, especially now that I've learned how to manage it. And every week I learn something new about it, so my experience with it keeps getting better. And when I don't have time for it, I have found creative ways to look hot without even trying. So yeah, you guys, I will conclude this video. Thanks to those of you who have supported me, those newcomers, and those of you who are bound to find me and who I am bound to meet. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon.